Okay, so last night's episode of Raw had a six-pack challenge match scheduled to decide who would be the number one contender for Bianca Belair for Hell in a Cell. When I first heard the participants, I was like, oh, sweet, 6-woman tag match. You know, with Asuka, Banks, Naomi taking on Lynch, Ash, and Doudrop. And I was like, that'd be a solid 6-woman. And then I found out that no, it's a 6-pack challenge match, number contendership. It's like, oh, that seems random. I was like, but you know what? Any of those 6, they're either former champions or former number 1 contenders. I go, so they, you know, it's ironically they all make sense. And then part of the way through the night, it became a one-on-one match because Naomi and Sasha walked out. Now, the reports have been that they threw their titles at Laurinaitis and then walked away. And then just left the building. Okay. Unprofessional. From what we actually know is that he advertised a match, they did the rehearsal, they did everything, and then they just weren't comfortable for whatever reason and then left. Reports do indicate that Naomi was supposed to win. I'll be honest, Bianca Belair would have been a solid match. I think Naomi would have won? No, but you would have had 2 very athletic women inside the ring, which would have put on a solid match. So the crux of it comes down to all the stuff that we don't know. Some reports have been they are uncomfortable with the way the match was laid out. They are uncomfortable with some of their opponents, even though they've faced everyone in that ring before. They were uncomfortable and upset with the direction they've had as women tag champs. Okay, but to be honest, I think with the exception of Sasha and Bayley as the role models, you know, the 2-woman power trip, all of the women's tag divisions or tag champs, back to the whole division, hasn't been booked incredibly well. I mean, they've been booked probably second best out of all the tag teams, with number 1 being Sasha and Bayley. So, I mean, we really don't know exactly why. And other people have said, oh, it's a contractual dispute again. We've known in the past Sasha has tried to, you know, run out her time and then just leave because she gets burned out. Okay. I mean, we don't really know a lot, which is one of those things where there's a vacuum of information. So everyone's like, oh, well, it's this. Could it be the fact that, you know, now with Laurinaitis taking over some bits and pieces here and there, the women's division is being treated the way that it should be treated, the way that it deserves to be treated, the way that it's earned to be treated? I don't know. Looking at the current crop of NXT women showing up, you know, when they describe them as like, oh, this person has an MMA background and has been in beauty pageants. It's like, okay. Is there an issue going back to the athletic 10s, which was the old way under Laurinaitis when he used to pick his women? It's like, you know, if they actually want to work, that's great. If the E is a springboard to something else, it's good to have options outside of wrestling in case you happen to get injured. But, you know, wrestlers should want to wrestle. Or in this case, sports entertainers should want to entertain via the avenue of sports. So, we don't really know a lot aside from a match was scheduled, a match was booked, a match was rehearsed, a match was planned out. You know, they even said, here's the person who's going to win, here's what's going on at the next pay-per-view. And during the time that the show was on live, 2 parties could not come to an agreement, and then 1 party left. I'm pretty sure more will come out eventually, and hopefully some of it will actually be accurate, some will be the truth, and the rest will all be just a bunch of random speculation.